Here are the alerts for the last 24 hours. Today is July 13th, 2024. We got three of them popping off over here inside the Discord channel: XLM, XRP, and VeChain, all giving green dot signals on their weekly charts. These dots are a sign of a reversal to the upside, so that the direction is changing from down to up. So the first one is going to be XLM. And you could see down here, that thing is printing green. So the last time it printed green was back here in February. That was February 12th at about 10 cents. It went all the way up to 16 cents. That was a 60% move. A beautiful, beautiful trade there on XLM. Boom, 53%. So this one actually had the daily big green dot get called out over here on the 9th. So as I tell you guys, these daily big green dots will come before the weekly ones. So the weekly ones are just confirmation that, yes, this move is for real. Just because we're seeing a green dot right now doesn't mean we should just jump in and chase the trade, though. So after we get these signals, right, after you get the green dot signal, this is the macro time frame, right? This is our weekly chart. We like to focus on a weekly chart because this will tell us the direction over the next couple of weeks to months. Okay, these moves happen in weeks to months, not seconds, not minutes. Okay, we're not day traders. We're looking to take our trades and hold them for weeks to months, and then take our profits when our trading indicator, that light blue line, gets back up here to the white dotted line or near it. Okay, or we get a red dot. The red dot is the sell signal. Green dot is the buy signal. The green dot just means go. I just think of green as go. Okay, that means the direction is shifting to the upside, and we're going up. When it's red, it's shifting to the downside. Okay, this red dot came back here on XLM back on April 8th. At 12.13 cents. It went all the way down to 7 cents. So because you didn't sell up in this area, okay, you had to write out that 50% dip, which is not what we like to do. Okay, so what I do right now is I get into the daily chart on XLM. I would set my stop loss level. Okay, right at the bottom of the candle, we got the big green dot on here on the daily. That was on July 9th. That was at about 8.5 cents. So from right here, that's quite a big risk. Okay, I mean, it's a 17% risk to the downside. So what I would do is I'd get it on the hourly chart. Okay, this is the shorter term time frame. So once you get the confirmation from the weekly or the daily, okay, whichever one you like to trade, or even the monthly, okay, I like to zoom in to the smaller time frames, like an hourly. So each one of these bars is 1 hour's worth of time. So this thing's going like this all day long, right? It's going up and down and up and down and up and down. While the weekly just looks like this, okay? This is 1 week's worth of price action, that bar. So that bar is igniting right now. So that tells us, yes, the price action should be up over the next weeks to months because we got the green dot. So now what we can do is get in here and buy the next blue wave down here on the green dot, and then we can move our stop loss up. So I'd actually be using my stop loss more around about 9 cents right now. So that's about 10 cents to the downside. So you could play that, but just know that this thing could come down and tap that. So that's a 10% loss if it does that. What you could do is average down. But I would advise you, before you enter on XLM, to wait for the next green dot. If it comes down here, that would be an epic, epic entry. I'm actually going to add this one to our looking to buy list. Our looking to buy list is the green list. Okay, and we're also going to cover that list today. These are all the names we're currently watching for entries. I just want to get through these alerts real quick with you guys and kind of give you some context about how we're pursuing these signals over here in the Discord. So that's XLM. Again, I'm a buyer of that name off this dot. I mean, that looks really, really good off the green dot. We've got a lot of room to go. Okay, and then the monthly chart also pretty far down here. So the monthly green dots are the most accurate dots. They are the most accurate signs of direction reversal on a macro perspective. For example, this one came back in April at about 4 or 5 cents. It went all the way up to 80 cents. That was a 2,000% move. So these moves on the weekly or the monthly happen over a year's basis. Okay, and you can see we got these red dots. XLM didn't perform very well in that last leg up, but that doesn't mean it can't perform well in this one. So I'm bullish on XLM. I'm looking to buy that one again on the next green dot down here on the trading indicator on the hourly chart. Okay, I don't want to buy it just because it's got a big green stick up. I want to buy a pullback either into this moving average or this moving average on the hourly. I can then set my stop loss alert at whatever that level is and limit my risk to the downside. Okay, let's take a look at XRP was the other one that came in. Okay, also another name. These two move in conjunction with each other. Look at that. 27% bar ripper. Okay, 53 cents at the level we're sitting at. I mean, the macro stop loss is 40, but what you can do is get in here to the daily now and move that thing way up. Okay, you can move it even up to, I would just call it 40. I mean, I don't see this thing going below 45 now, but you don't want to set your stop losses too tight because you could get stopped out. Same thing, weekly confirmation means we should zoom into the hourly or the 4-hour and wait for some pullbacks into our moving averages. Okay, I'm not saying it can't keep running, but I would like to buy a nice pullback maybe to 50 cents or even 45 today or sometime over the weekend. If it happens, again, I want to buy a green dot down here on the hourly now that we got the weekly breakout confirmation. This is the breakout on the weekly chart. This is what we want. Now we want to pay attention. Okay, now we want to get into the smaller time frames here and manage our positions. I believe XRP is already on our looking to buy list. That's been on our looking to buy list for the last 2 weeks. Okay, this thing came down here. We could have took a trade right there with a stop loss at 38 off the daily. Again, we got this signal on July 9th over in the Discord there. That came at about 42 cents. That's the big green dot. Again, I tell you guys, the big green dots on the daily chart will come before the weekly. So if the weekly's way down here and you're getting big green dots on the daily, okay, those are signs where you want to start taking entries, start dollar cost averaging into positions. So again, I moved my stop loss up to probably, I'd say 40 cents. I don't see it breaking 40 if this trend is for real. And that is a clear buy signal there on the weekly chart. The last one of those came right here, but then we got the red immediately. If we get the red dot, you guys gotta sell the red dots. We do not hold through red dots. Okay, if a red dot comes, we just sell and we buy again back on the green dot. We cannot hold through these dips if we want to be successful traders. 52 cents down to 38 is not a good thing to sit through. If you were disciplined and selling the red dots, you got out and now you're back in. Okay, back in on either the weekly or the daily dot that we got back down here in July. Okay, so XRP looks good. Another one on the monthly chart. Look at the monthly. Stochastic way down here pointing straight up. That's a nice looking candle this month on XRP. Watch XRP this month. Okay, this could get crazy. Okay, definitely looking for a pullback either down to 45 or 48 if we get it. And a green dot way down here. Okay, we're pulling the trigger, folks. That's going to be an epic trade setup with this confirmation of a green dot right there on the weekly. The last one over there in the signals was VeChain. Okay, VeChain, look at that candle. Holy smokes, dude. That is a fat candle, up 25% this week. Okay, another one. Again, this would have been a great spot to buy VeChain right here. Beautiful setup there at 0.25. It's up at 0.28 right now, but that is a breakout. That's a massive macro breakout candle right there on VeChain. And let's take a look at the monthly on that one. Look at that. Bull hammer on the monthly, dude. We might be back, folks. The crypto bull market could be back. We're starting to see some green dots finally on the weekly chart after months and months of dropping, folks. We are back, okay, with some green dots here on the weekly chart, finally. Okay, and this one's going into looking to buy list as well. That's VeChain. Again, looking on these 4-hour and the hourly for some pullbacks into our moving averages for entries. So this is our looking to buy list here. I want to scan through it real quick. Okay, I'll just start up here at Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin's holding 53,000. That's the level we need to hold. We're sitting right on our 200 daily moving average. And I'm expecting Bitcoin to maybe just go sideways for a couple weeks here, just like this. Okay, just like we did right here. Do that a little bit, give us a green dot, and then we'll go. But 53 is the current support that we are holding. Again, we got this green dot on the daily chart back on the 8th. And we marked our support as 53. That was the level we are watching and still currently watching. The last dot is still red on the monthly, though, and it's still red on the weekly. We're waiting for that confirmation still on Bitcoin to get the absolute confirmation. Here's Ethereum putting in a nice inside candle this week, a green doji. I'm expecting the same kind of thing. Maybe some consolidation in this area above 2,700. Solana, okay, this thing's also back down here on the wave and holding our 50-week moving average. So that is a bullish indication that we are still holding, right, on all these names. We're holding our 50-week moving average that we talk about in reference here on our trading indicator. Okay, this is a 50 EMA. We use it on a weekly chart. If you think about it, it's the average price over the last 50 weeks, which is around a year. Okay, the yearly average price. So we want to buy bounces into that. We want to buy green dots above that level. So when the green dot comes on all these names, and if it comes above this light blue line on our trading indicator, right? okay, we're going to be absolute buyers. The green dot will be the signal. If these three start to print green either this week, next week, or the week before, I'm thinking either 3 to 4 weeks. If we hold these levels, we will see green dots. Again, that's anticipation, but again, the signal will be the confirmation, and those will get called out over here, just like XLM, XRP, and VChain did today. Let's get through this list here. DJT's weekly chart is still way down here. I got in on this this week around I think $28. It's sitting at about 30. It got as high as 30.50, but that had the green dot print right there on, I believe that was Thursday. So we got a dot down here. We're way down here on the weekly chart. To me, there's a big catalyst coming up for this. This is Trump's media and technology company. You know, he owns Truth Social, which is just like Facebook and all those other big social media platforms. It has a ton of followers. They have a ton of users. So they're going to be monetizing that, and they're probably going to be making income just like Facebook does. Facebook's currently a $1 trillion company. DJT, I'm not saying Trump's media company is going to be as big as Facebook, but if it could just get a share of that trillion, it's only sitting at about a $4 billion market cap right now. If you come over here to our info, our research tool, you type in /info. If you're a member, you have access to this feature. If you type in DJT, okay, here's Trump coin. So this is actually the cryptocurrency that supposedly Barron Trump has created, and I'm also an owner of that as well, off that rumor. But you can see the market cap's only $5.6 billion, whereas a name like Facebook, Meta Platforms, Facebook is a $1 trillion company, I believe. Okay, 1.3 trillion, 5 billion. This is literally 100, almost like 100 times bigger. I don't even know the math on that. It's 1,000 times bigger. So my prediction on this investment, right? I don't care what you think about politics or Donald Trump or anything like that. He has a company, he has a product, and people use it. Okay. My theory on buying this, the reason I bought it was because of how undervalued it is compared to its constituents. Okay. A $5 billion company compared to a $1.3 trillion company is a pretty big gap. Okay. If this goes to a $50 billion company, meaning if it 10x's in value and goes to 50 billion, this stock price would be $300, and it's sitting at 30 right now. So I definitely think it could go to at least a 40 or $50 billion project. That's just from my analysis, and that's more fundamental thinking. But if you look at it from a technical perspective, like we do here on this channel, because we're traders, it's also undervalued right now. It was way up here at $80. It dipped all the way to 25, and now we're getting some consolidation. So the green dot's going to be the tell and the confirmation that I'm right on this trade. To protect my losses, okay, I got a stop loss bet right there at $28.33. $28.33, I'm just going to call it $28. That is my stop loss. I could even move it up to that green candle that we got the green dot on, which is around $28, $29. So 29 is my stop loss on this. If it breaks 29, I'll sell it. So I'm risking about $1 here on my trade for massive potential upside. If it goes back to right here at 57, okay, that's a big trade. That's a 70, 80, 90% move on that trade. So I'm risking like 5% to make 90%. Okay, once you guys can understand that from a trading perspective and learn how to manage your risk, these green dots are a great indication to learn how to manage your risk. Because if you're getting a green dot and you're saying, okay, I'm trading this dot. This is the dot I'm trading here, either on the daily or the weekly. You either need the daily or the weekly confirmation to enter a trade. Okay, on DJT, I got the daily. I started trading DJT right here. I bought it right here at 24, traded it all the way up to 40, and now I'm back in down here trading it off this dip, this pullback it had from 40 down to 25. So this green dot is telling me this is the bottom. 28, call it 28.50 is the bottom. That's what this dot is telling me. But it's not 100%. So what do I have to do? I have to set my stop loss level, meaning I set a stop loss. I've done a bunch of videos on how to set a stop loss, but I got to put that at 28.50. So you can set an automatic order in your Robinhood or your Coinbase account that will automatically trigger if it goes down past 28.5, because I don't want to ride a big dip down to 22. I'd rather sell right here and then get back down here, okay, get back in on the next green dot if this one isn't correct, okay, if this one isn't accurate. But as this chart looks, it's nice, right? It's up and to the right, okay? We look for charts that are up and to the right, not down and to the right? We don't want to trade during this time, because we're trading in a downtrend. We want to trade with the trend. So if it's down and to the right, we're trading in a bear market. You don't want to buy during this time. You want to buy when it's up above these moving averages, okay? Up above them or around them, okay? Going in the up and to the right direction. So I think DJT is going to explode, and that's why I have a big position on it. 28.50 is my stop loss, just in case I'm wrong. Here's HNT. This one's given a daily green dot here today. I entered this at about 330 and then again at 310, so my average cost is around 320 on this. Okay, and I'm just noticing a consolidation phase right here. It did print a green dot a couple weeks ago off this candle, and I entered, and then it went down, okay, but it's still finding that support right there at 286. So I'm waiting for the next green dot. I'm not going to enter anymore. I just got a stop loss at $2.80. I have my max position size on that laid out, so if that breaks 280, okay, I'll be selling it. But I'm riding this thing up till this stochastic RSI, that light blue line, gets back up here to the white dotted line, or I see a red dot, or 280 breaks. 280 has to be the stop loss. So my max risk on this is from 3 all the way down. That's about 30 cents. It's about a 10% drop. Okay, so just don't overdo your position. Don't go all in, and 10% isn't that much to risk. Okay, but if this thing hits and it goes back to $11, that's a 250% move, okay, on that investment. So that's what I'm looking for on that DJT. This is DJT on Solana. That's actually interesting how this pops up over here. Trump coin is now in our market research. That's very interesting. This is only a, what is that, a 900 or circulating supply. There's just not enough data on this yet, but that is now registering on CoinGecko, which gives to me, that gives the coin legitimacy. The rumor is that Barron Trump, Donald Trump's son, is the creator of this coin. And again, if that is true, I think this thing could 10x in market cap, if that is true. There's no way to confirm if it's true or not unless Barron Trump or Donald Trump or someone came out and endorsed it. If that happens one day, I'm sure this thing is going to go back up to 10 cents. Okay, so that is my fundamental play. So a lot of these are fundamental right now. DJT is pretty technical as well with the oversoldness down there on it. Right, it's got the catalyst of the election coming up. So there's a lot of attention that I feel like is going to catch waves on these political-based stocks, because they are politics are now getting involved in investing very heavily, especially Bitcoin and Ethereum and Solana. Politicians are coming out and endorsing these coins now. So you can't just leave politics out of it. What I don't want in our channel is any degrading of character or any type of, degrading of somebody. I don't care what side you're on, okay? This is an investing channel, okay? If we're going to talk about politics, it has to be related to investing and has to be related to what is going on in the markets, and not just, oh, this guy's an idiot or this guy's a moron, okay? If you do that, I'm going to ban you from the channel because I just don't want to hear it, okay? Here's Lucid. Okay, these ones all had breakouts on their weekly over the last couple of weeks, so that's why they're on my watch list. So you can see I have two sections in here: looking to buy and waiting for pullback. Okay, the waiting for pullback means I'm waiting. Okay, it means all these have confirmed the breakout on the weekly chart. They all have green dots on their weekly or daily charts. So I'm looking at their hourlies. And another bullish indication I like to look for on the hourly chart is when we cross on the 50 and the 200. When that happens, I like to start to take positions on names. So that happened back here last week. So I'm looking for a big pullback into a moving average on Lucid. That had a big 25% move. Okay, this one was on the watch list from last week, and you can see big move over the last week. So if you guys are following this watch list, I actually share it. I'll show you where I share it here. I'm going to go ahead and update this for you guys. Actually, let me get through our requests, and I'll post that over here after this. So Lucid, again, all these names, I'm just waiting for a pullback down here. Okay, I want a green dot down in this area next to our moving averages now on our small time frame. SOUN is one I'm definitely kicking myself for not taking a position on last week. This was my top pick last week. I posted that on Twitter and in Discord, and I saw the breakout over the 50 here. You got the pullback on Tuesday at $4. I just wasn't paying attention. Thing ripped all the way up to $6.50 and had a beautiful, beautiful move. Again, the breakout was this candle right here. You saw we were consolidating for a long time. You got the green dot on the daily. That's when I started to pay attention. You had the breakout on Friday. Up, down, rip. A beautiful, beautiful pattern there on SOUN. Congratulations. I saw a couple people got in on this, but that was a nice setup there. Breakout over the 50, pull back into it, rip. Guys, if you don't know, if you're new, we got a cheat sheet over here, okay? And that move right there that I just showed you, the breakout over our mean is our 50-week moving average. That is a light blue line, okay? The breakout over it, the pull back into it, the rip, okay? Same kind of thing here, okay? Breakout over the mean, pull back into it. These are our moving averages here. And if you guys don't have the indicator, you guys can get this Okay, the red and green dots, everything you see on your screen with the EMAs loaded right into your TradingView account. If you come over here to the Trading Indicator tab, you can actually download the Trading Indicator for yourself, and it will load right into your TradingView, and you'll have the same exact tools and layout that I have, so you don't have to go through setting it up or doing anything. It all loads directly into your TradingView account. All you need is a TradingView account, which you can start right over here. Okay, TradingView is our charting software. You just click this link, and it will prompt you to create an account in this if you guys want to get started. If you're experienced, again, and you already have a TradingView account, all you got to do is go to the Trading Indicator tab. If you guys have questions on how to download that or anything about it, feel free to email me. My email is right there inside of the thread. But these moving averages are very important to pinpoint and snipe our entries, right? As traders, we are snipers, folks. We're up on the mountain, okay? Sniping, folks, using these red and green dots to snipe our entries. So the goal, right, when you get the confirmation on the weekly on a name like SOUN, I'm really mad at myself for not paying more attention this week and taking that trade. I've been so focused on this DJT trade that I think DJT is going to pay off, but I really wish I would have took this SOUN. But we can't get mad about that kind of stuff, folks. There's going to be plenty more setups. If SOUN pulls back to like $5 or even $4.50 next week, right, we get a green dot way down here on the hourly, that'll be a great place to snipe a trade. So, again, that is in the waiting for a pullback, okay, and that's going to stay there. What's QS doing? See, QS, the wave is still way up here. Elucid, the wave is way up here on an hourly chart. So, again, because I got the confirmation on my weekly and my daily, right, these are all signals from over here. So once I get the green dot alert signal, I'm going to add into my green list, which is my watch list. Okay, I'm going to add in that name to that watch list off those macro signals. And then I want to snipe on the hourly. So what I want to do is I want to wait for pullback. So if I'm waiting for a pullback, it's in this thread. If I'm looking to buy it, I'm putting it up in this thread. So when it's looking to buy, that means this blue wave is down here. Okay, and I'm looking for a green dot. So I'm buying on the next green dot. So again, I'm waiting for pullbacks on those four names. Here's CHPT, again, where we're just breaking out on the hourly here. So a beautiful breakout. Now we want a pullback. Okay, so waiting for a pullback on that. LG FN, okay, that one had sort of a pullback. It's just not down here yet. It does have the green dots, though, so the stop loss on that's going to be 381. I got that one from the volume gainers. I post these on Twitter every day. These are the volume gainers for the exchange, meaning they had the most volume traded on the stock market. So we want to trade liquid names, so I'm constantly paying attention to this list. And again, I'm posting that on Twitter every single day. If you guys don't follow me on Twitter, it's at Overkill Trading. So once I can pull these up, then I can look at their charts and say, okay, is this a breakout? Okay, not really. It looks like a pump and dump to me. Okay, this one actually might be a breakout, but stop loss on that would be 232. I can add this one to my green list and keep an eye on it if I want to, but I don't want to. But if it's on my green list, it is in my watch list. Okay, so I'm just going to scan through these real quick. Again, waiting for a pullback on the blue wave. Mara, nice breakout, but waiting on the pullback on the blue wave. Here's Rivian. The electric car trade has just been the trade over the last couple of weeks. But again, another one I'm waiting for a pullback on. Waiting for a pullback on CLSK. Waiting for a pullback on Blink. Okay, waiting for a pullback on Plug. That's just now crossing on the hourly too, so we could wait for a pullback into one of these moving averages. Ford just doing the rippity dippity. Okay, you saw the cross there on the hourly. Boom, there was your breakout. Now we're waiting for a blue wave green dot down in this area on Ford. Here's cost. You could have entered cost right here on the 11th. That was at $8. It shot up to 10. That was a 20% move. Okay, but now it's got a red dot, so that was a 20% trade off of cost there. 768 is going to be the stop loss. Call it $8 there on cost. Tesla, another name, just doing the rippity dippity. Where did it pull into? It pulled right into that 50-week moving average. Had the green dot right there. I still think this needs to pull back a bit on the daily. Okay, I really don't know what Tesla's going to do. Tesla could do something really weird, but I would like to pull it back down to 200 there. If we can get Tesla back down here around this moving average, I would eat that thing up. Okay, that'd be at 211. Okay, so again, that one, I'm going to put that one on looking to buy just to keep an eye on it this week. Everything else just looks too extended, but that changes throughout the week. These hourly charts move a lot faster than the weekly ones do, right? We only get the weekly dots every this one came in January, the red dot, and it didn't print a green dot till May. That was a 6-month period of time before that dot change. And look at Intel, just absolutely breaking out. Big breakout there. That's why that one's on the green list. Okay, and here's the hourly again. You could have bought right there. Okay, that could have been your entry. Boom. Okay, and then you set your stop loss right there at 33.33. Okay, it's sitting at 34.50 right now, so that's the trade level currently on Intel's got the red dot, but again, I'd be looking to buy down in this area and then looking to hold until our weekly chart, right, gets back up here to the stochastic, that white dotted line on the weekly. That's when we take profits, or a red dot, whichever one comes first. Okay, still need a pullback on that. ARBK needs a pullback. Apple needs a pullback. PFE needs a pullback. CGC now popping off over the hourly, so that's just now getting up over the hourly. The stop loss on that. This is a pot stock. First time we've gotten up over that hourly chart since back here in May. Okay, so that looks good. Okay, MEI also big breakout, waiting for the pullback. XRP, big breakout on XRP, baby. 54 cents on that one again. Waiting for a pullback into one of these moving averages to take an entry. Okay, wait for that wave to come back down to snipe your trade, folks. MNMD, this is one of my favorite setups for this week. Okay, I'm going to take that out. So again, waiting for the pullback down here on the wave. Okay, that is, if we pull back to this 50, I want to buy it at 7.22. That's my buy. If it comes down to $7, I want to eat it up. Why? Because the weekly closed really, really nice last week. And look where we are on the wave on the weekly. So the weekly dot is coming on this, and I'm anticipating it here by buying and using a stop loss at 7. So I'm moving that one up to looking to buy. That's Tesla, MMMD, and are my top two for Monday. But all these are buys to me right now because they're all right. They're all green on the weekly or the daily chart. SHIB, nice breakout on SHIB. This is Shiba Inu, needs a pullback. Here's AVE. Okay, green dot there. Again, bounced into our moving average and going up. AVE looks good, sitting at about 100 now. AI, again, want to buy the pullback down here on the hourly. Now that we got the breakout, we have the breakout candle back here. But this one looks like it's more up in profit-taking territory. So, again, watching the hourly chart on that, if I can get it back down here at 28.60, that'd be a good trade. As long as the dot stays green, we're going up. When the dot turns red, we're going down. So we're holders of the name until either we hit this white stochastic like we did back up here, okay, that dotted line, or we get a red dot. Here's Moderna. Okay, this was also from last week. A nice breakout here and a nice pullback into the 50. This looks good with a stop loss. I'm going to call it at 120. Looking to buy the green dot on that one. Let's see where the green dot comes on Moderna there. There's the top three so far. We got Snapchat. Okay, also giving you a green dot down here on the hourly. Let's look at the macros. The macro time frame, see the daily's giving the red dot here. So this is just chopping around. I don't like to trade choppy stuff. Okay, I like to trade either when the daily's way down here or the weekly's way down here, right? Right now we're just going sideways. We went sideways here and dumped last time. So we'll see what this thing does. I'm not really looking to buy that one this week. I'm going to put that one back on the red list. Here's Paramount, PARA. Okay, the daily looks a little overextended, but that weekly or that daily or hourly did cross there. So $11 is going to be the stop on that. Here's DNN, another one that broke out big. That one had the green dot on the weekly. Okay, right there. This is at $2. Okay, and then this thing could pull back down into one of these moving averages. Looking to buy it off the next green dot. Okay, that one's also down there on the floor. I'm going to move that one up. QURE. XLM and VChain are also two names that I'm looking for pullbacks down here. I'm going to move XLM up to here. Those are my top 5 on my list this week. These are the names I'm currently holding. Let's take a look at your guys' chart requests here. And if you guys got these throughout the week, just feel free to put them over here inside the request thread, and I'd be happy to answer them. We're dropping videos Monday through Saturday every single day, staying on top of these markets and on top of these charts. Okay, here's the chart request. We got ADA, Cardano. Okay, giving you a green dot here. I'm not sure why that didn't get called out, but I'm going to go ahead and set that alert. It is happening right here, right now, as we create this video. A green dot there on ADA Cardano. That's a big green dot, actually. Okay, that's way down there. Bada bing, bada boom. Beautiful looking breakout there on ADA. We got 34 cents as our bottom of that candle. So again, in here on the hourly, looking to buy pullbacks into the 50 or the 200 there on the hourly chart. What's the monthly saying? Monthly's got a big bull hammer there on ADA. These markets, folks, they could bounce back here big. This could be the reversal, folks. August could be a monster month. Again, playing pullbacks on these shorter term time frames now that we're getting these signals. Okay, that's a big fat green candle right there, folks. A big fat green candle. Okay, so you're seeing that green dot called out here on ADA. Again, I'd be in here on the hourly trying to buy into one of these moving averages. Okay, that's what I would be trying to snipe my entry down here when the wave comes back down here and gives me the green dot, that is where I would look to attack. What's the daily saying? Daily's just breaking out here. So we are back over the 50, and we'll see if we get on here. These are very, very bullish signals, folks. The last one down here came on the 25th of September. Okay, this thing went from 25 cents all the way up to 80 cents. That was a massive, massive move. Okay, if that happens and repeats, all the way back to 80 cents is about a 100% move. So very, very nice looking green dot there on ADA. DOT also has one here. Why are these not being called out over there? Is this one not in my... That's very interesting. I don't know why DOT and ADA would not be on my call-out list, but they are now. Okay, there's the DOT right now. I'm going to go ahead and move that to the green list there, and that is a bullish breakout, folks. I'd be looking to buy this into one of these moving averages, but again, you're getting the weekly confirmation of that green dot. One sec here. And if you guys want to know how to set these, I'll show you here. Let me show you. Okay, so that one just got called out as well. I'll show you guys how to set these alerts. So if you're trading a weekly chart, I'd recommend using the small green dots for the buy signals. You just want to right-click on your screen, and you want to come over here and hit small green dot, buy the small green dot. Okay, if you're using a daily chart, I'd recommend using the big green dot. The big green dot is the most accurate on the daily. The small green dots are accurate on the weekly and the monthly. So I do once per bar, and then never expires. Okay, and then I hit create, and that will email me. And all my alerts also get called out over here for our members of the Discord. Over here in the Discord for our members. So you guys never miss an alert that I'm looking at on these charts, or you guys are, requesting. So here's VRA also with the green dot. I'm seeing a ton of green dots here, folks. I mean, you're seeing a massive amount of green dots start to come alive here on the indicator. Okay, this last time this happened was back here in September. This was the last bull run here. So don't be sleeping. Don't get caught sleeping right here with these green dots, folks. I know we had a round of them a couple months ago that were not correct, but that's the name of the game. Okay, sometimes you can get caught in a bull trap. That's why we sell the red dots and we don't hold through these massive dips. Okay, if the red dot comes after this green dot, you got to sell. Okay, this one didn't come for like 3 weeks off this last one from 5 all the way up to 25. That was a 500% move. Okay, VRA looks good. Did that get called out? It will get called out here in just a second, but that's a buy here. Okay, 0.0028 is the level to watch. That's your stop loss level off that green dot. Here's E-Gold, another one that also printed here a couple weeks ago. Okay, and again, that one looks really, really good. I'd be in here on the hourly trying to buy into these moving averages. Okay, I want to buy close to these moving averages. So I'd be looking to buy the next green dot on E-Gold, and I'm not selling the asset until this stochastic RSI, the light blue line, gets back up here to the white dotted line or gives us a red dot. So this one's actually coming down into the moving averages on the hourly as we speak. So I'd use a stop loss on this one at, I'm going to call it 34.38 is going to be your stop loss. Okay, you're risking about $1 to the downside on this trade here. Here's Bitcoin. Again, I'm expecting some consolidation here. Just some sideways. Okay, just some sideways. 53 is the level we're watching. We got the big green dot over here on the daily on the 8th. That was called out there on the 8th. Okay, the level we're watching is 53K for a bounce. I do like the fact that it's sitting right on its 200 EMA right now. This is a very important level for Bitcoin. Okay, I think we got to go sideways just like we did over here. And just like we did right in here. Okay, that's consolidation. Consolidation, folks. And then what happens after consolidation? You get a green dot and you do the rippity-dippity. So that's what I'm looking for on Bitcoin. Again, the green dot will be the confirmation. USDT is this one. And that's getting rejected there off the 50. So that's actually bullish. So this is the inverse of the markets. So when this thing's going down, Bitcoin and altcoins are going up. So with this big red candle right here, and that getting rejected on our sell target up here, okay, our white dotted line, see the stochastic getting rejected off of it? Okay, right there, boom, getting rejected off it. That means we're going down. So when this goes down, Bitcoin and everything else goes up. So if we get a red dot on this week or in the next 3 weeks, that's going to be extremely bullish for the markets. Here's Brett. Brett's trying to bounce off 10 cents. I'd use the stop loss off these big green dots on the daily. 10 cents has to be your stop loss on Brett here. I know this one's had a lot of hype on Twitter, which is fine. Just use a stop loss at 10 cents on this, because if that breaks, we're coming back down to 7 or 6. Okay, 10 cents is your stop loss, but I'd be taking trades off these green dots here. You got one showing up today. Set a stop loss at 10. Here's DJT. This is, I think we already covered this, but again, I'm long on this into the election. Yeah, I think there's going to be a catalyst. I think something's going to happen. There's going to be an announcement or something's going to cause this thing to go higher. The green dot will be the confirmation of the move, but you can see 2 daily dots here on the daily. The level I'm watching is right there at the bottom of this candle that we got the green dot on, right? My stop loss is 28.97. Just going to call it 28.90 for the stop loss. It should not break 28.90 if this trend is up. Okay, you have a nice higher low. You had a low here, and you had a higher low right here. Higher low right there at 24, and an even higher low right there at 28. So that thing's bouncing at a higher level, which is a bullish indication of continuation. So not looking to sell this one till the red dot comes on the daily, or this weekly stochastic gets back up here to the top. That's how I'd be playing DJT. And I think you might have wanted DJT USDT, which is Trump coin. And this, again, is just a fundamental play, really. I do like the fact that we're green on the weekly, and we're going to close this week on the weekly there. Okay, but the 4 hours down here, I mean, again, I'm long on this. If Barron Trump turns out to be the winner or the owner or the creator, it's going to be bullish. It's going to get really bullish, I think. It's going to have a run up eventually. But this is so new, right? It's hard to do any technical analysis because there's no data on the chart. This project just dropped on the 18th of June. So this just came out on the 18th. So we don't know. I don't know what the indicators say. Okay, what I do know is that we bought them right there at 0.0065. So that's more of a fundamental play on Trump coin than anything. Here's Wolf on Sol. Okay, that has a big move up there as well. I don't know anything about these projects, so I can't really tell you guys anything, but the daily 0.005 is the level you want to watch. It looks like that's a 40% drop. I can't trade these kind of things, man. I just can't. They're too new. There's no data on my indicator for me, but if you are in this thing, I would set a stop loss at 0.005 there on Wolf. SNH, Soluna Holdings. I'm not sure what this thing is. Someone requested this SLNH. I'd like to see what it is. If you guys don't remember, you have access to our research tool. So I can type in SLNH. Soluna Holdings. Does that have to do with some crypto stuff? Let's check it out. Soluna Holdings, together with its subsidiaries, engages in the mining of cryptocurrency through data centers. It operates through 2 segments, cryptocurrency mining and data center hosting. The company also operates in blockchain business. Where'd I go? In addition, the company develops and builds modular data centers that use cryptocurrency mining. Further, it provides data center hosting centers, including electrical power and network connectivity to cryptocurrency mining customers. The company was formerly known as Mechanical Technology Inc. and has changed to Soluna Holdings. Soluna Holdings Inc. was incorporated in 1961 and headquartered in Albany, New York. $20 million market cap. Super small stock on this. I love the call out here. Absolutely freaking love the call out here. The weekly chart's a little too overextended for me, but that thing is $500 all the way back to the top. That's a 10x all the way back to the top. So that did just break out over its daily. So let's check the hourly here. Okay, I'd be buying these bounces off the hourly. So the stop loss on this is going to be 5. I like this, especially if the bull market is back. Okay, a $20 million coin or stock is very, very low. Okay, I mean, that's a very, very low market cap for a stock. So I'm going to add that to the looking to buy list this week. I'm going to call out the daily big green dot on that for you guys. Let me go ahead and set my alerts on that one. Okay, let's do the daily. Once per bar. Boom. Okay, so I'm actually looking to buy that one more off of 4, but it looks like 5 might be a solid support there. 5 looks like it wants to hold. So if that thing pulls down closer to 5, I pull the trigger and make sure it holds. That's a nice double bottom right there on the hourly too. Came down bottom, bottom. Okay, if the bull market is back, this thing should rip. And again, it was all the way back up here at $500 back in December. That was the last bull run. It was up at $500. That's a 10x trade on your money if that thing decides to do that again. Let's look at the monthly. Okay, the monthly finally broke out there. And yeah, 510 has to be the stop loss on this trade. I really like this thing with the stop loss at 510. Just make sure $5 holds and you're good. Okay, you could take a position right here and just set a stop loss at 5. That looks really, really good. Okay, the weekly's a little overextended, but if 5 holds and this thing decides to explode up, I think you're going to be really happy. Okay, the trade level to watch on that is 510. I like the call out. That one's in the looking to buy list. And I'd be looking to buy on the daily. Okay, the daily dot, wherever that comes. I think it could come maybe down here at 444. But we'll keep an eye on that one. Okay, if you want it again, if you guys want these names throughout the week, again, I do videos every day. So just drop them in the request. If you want me to cover the same thing every day, I can do that. As long as I'm making videos, I'll cover your guys' requests. And PayPal's right here at 57. Okay, green dot looks like it wants to come on this name as well. They're sort of a crypto name, I guess. You got the green dot there last week on the daily. So 59 would actually be the stop loss on this trade. I'd try to buy a pullback into that and see if it breaks out here on the chart. I'm actually going to keep an eye on that one this week as well. Just looking for a pullback down here on the hourly. I'll wake up in the morning. I'll just scan for moves way down here, right on the hourly. That's where I want to be buyers of. I don't want to buy stuff right up here necessarily. I want to buy it way down here. This is when we're oversold. This is the best time to buy. The goal of trading is to buy low and sell high. As a trader, you want to buy low and sell high. Okay, FUBU. FUBU, this one's round in the corner here as well. I use FUBU. I've told you guys, I use this service. $1 looks like to be the stop loss on FUBU. What's the monthly? Oh, look at the monthly on FUBU, folks. Look at the monthly on FUBU. Okay, we're banking that right there. Okay, that looks good. $1 has to be the stop loss here on FUBU. It had the breakout, so we're looking for the pullback on the hourly on FUBU. I really like the monthly chart down here, folks. Okay, I think they're getting followers. I think they're gaining people, subscribers. I do. I'm a subscriber. I mean, I use it because of the sports and stuff. So I think they're either going to get bought out one day or they're going to start making money. One of the two. Okay, but FUBU, I'm mostly playing the monthly down here. Okay, mostly playing the monthly with a stop loss at $1. Okay, $1 is my stop loss. I'm looking to buy the next green dot on the hourly, and I'm going to hold that thing till this gets back up here. Okay, back up here to 30 would be a 2,000% move. FUBU looks good. That looks more like a long investment. Something you just throw a couple thousand at, and if that thing hits, boom, you're in the money, dude. FUBU looks good. Joy, another one with a monthly dot here. Good call out on this one. Joby, okay, weekly breaking out there. I don't know what this thing does, but I would be looking to buy the pullback, the first pullback on the hourly way down here into the moving averages on Joby. But that has a nice monthly dot there. So that looks like it could see some continuation there. That's a good call out. I'm going to look that up for you guys here real quick, and we got one more. And then we're going to sign off for the weekend. What's everyone doing this weekend? By the way, if we can get this video to 100 likes on YouTube, I will give away $500 worth of Bitcoin. $500 worth of Bitcoin. Air mobility company engaged in electronic vertical takeoff and landing aircraft optimized to deliver air transportation as a service. So that kind of sounds like one of those mobile flying, I have no idea. Air mobility company engages in building electronic vertical takeoff and landing aircraft optimized to deliver air transportation as a service. Oh, ride sharing, aerial ride sharing. That's interesting. So that's really interesting, actually. Must be an app or something. But that seems new and innovative. So I'm going to go ahead and add that one to look at the buy list as well and see if it gets a pullback down here to one of these moving averages this week. Here's ARB, still kind of consolidating here. The weekly is very, very down here right now. So this is more of a fundamental play. I don't like the fact that we just got absolutely clobbered. But we are way back down here on the weekly, and the monthly's getting a doji this week. I don't know. I think there's some better things to trade than this. This looks pretty weak to me. But I'd be looking for the next green dot confirmation on ARB to take a play on that. That's it for today's video, folks. We are back on Monday. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe. I appreciate you guys watching. If you have any questions or need anything, feel free to shoot me an email or hit me over here in the Discord. Link is in the description and pinned in the comments section below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.